Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavanam.
హరే కృష్ణ మాత దండోత్ ప్రణామ్. ఎలా హోస్ట్ చేశారు మిమ్మల్ని? వచ్చిందా
నేనా హోస్ట్ నేను
హోస్ట్ మీరే?
నేను ఎలా
ప్రభు
హోస్ట్ అవుతాను మాతాజీ? నేను
డ్రాప్
జాయిన్
అయిపోయి మీరు చేసినట్టు మిమ్మల్ని చేసినట్టున్నారు. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది హోస్టింగ్ కే లాగిన్ వస్తుంది. నాట్ షూర్. వస్తారు ప్రభుజీ వస్తారు. ఎలా ఉన్నారు మాతాజీ?
హరే కృష్ణ, మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు మాతాజీ?
నడుస్తుంది మాతాజీ. కృష్ణాస్ మర్సీ, డివోటీస్ ప్రేయర్స్.
హన్సిని వెళ్తుందా?
వెళ్తుంది, కాలేజ్కి వెళ్తుంది. ప్రభుజీకి ఫోన్
మీది
చేస్తాను.
సాటర్డే సత్సంగం ఉన్నట్టుంది కదా మీకు? రాధేశ్యామ్ ప్రభుజీ
అది బిట్స్ లో ఉంది మాతది. పేరు పెట్టారు, నాకేమో భయం వేస్తుంది. నేను మామూలుగానే మాట్లాడాను.
ఎందుకు బాగా మాట్లాడతారు, మాట్లాడండి.
మొన్న మన దాంట్లోనే మాట్లాడలేదు, మన సత్సంగంలోనే.
అవును, నేను చూసాను. అందరు మాట్లాడారు, మీరు లైవ్ లో చూసాను నేను, మీరు మాట్లాడలేదు.
మాదేముంది మాతాజీ, చిన్న వాళ్ళం.
అబ్బో, అట్లా అనుకోకండి. ఆల్ ఆర్ వారియర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎస్పీ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద.
ప్రభుజీ వచ్చారు.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, దండతుడా.
హరే కృష్ణ. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, దండతుడా.
హరే కృష్ణ, దండవత్ ప్రణామాలు శిష్ల ప్రభుపాద. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yeah, now we
Yes,
can
Prabhuji.
hear.
We'll start directly. Phones only.
Yes,
I'm not
Prabhuji.
sharing the screen. Directly in the phones,
Yes,
please
yes, Prabhuji.
open the Word file. Section 2, please read Madhavi, that question. Write a brief note on transmigration of the soul.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Section 2.
Okay, Prabhuji. I have to read from Anandram Prabhuji's notes, Prabhuji.
అది క్యూ అండి, అదే అవుతున్నాం మాధవి.
అవునా, సరే సరే.
Fifth question.
So, this argument, Prabhuji, 4.29.60 to 69 కదా. Narad Muni explains the concept of transmigration or the soul's journey through various bodies. The living entity or soul operates through a gross body in this life, directed by the subtle body, composed of mind, intelligence, and ego. Upon the death of the gross body, the subtle body remains, carrying the soul to its next existence. In dreams, the living entity temporarily abandons the gross body and acts through the subtle body, experiencing different identities, such as becoming a dog or a god. Similarly, after death, the soul enters a new body, which could be either animal or a demigod, on this or another planet based on past karma. The soul's activities are driven by the bodily conception, influenced by mental impressions and temporary duties, ultimately resulting in acquiring a new body by the grace of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mental state determined by the knowledge, acquiring, and executive senses reflects the living entity's previous life activities and thoughts. Occasionally, we experience memories or visions in dreams that seem unfamiliar but are rooted in past lives. The mind plays a crucial role in shaping the future body based on past association and desires for sense gratification. Achieving Krishna consciousness allows one to perceive the cosmic manifestation similarly to how the Supreme Lord does, akin to seeing the planet Rahu during a full moon. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Anything? Hare Krishna Mataji, these are the verse numbers all then. 4th canto 29 chapter. So these are the sequential verses, 60 to 69 verses.
69, yes, Prabhu.
So how the soul transmigration of the one body to another body, how it goes, and Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also, right? How this one after Dehino Smeta, Dehe Kaumara,
Yes.
one there. So mind
Prabhuji.
influence and the subtle body. Subtle body along with the soul carries to the next body based on the
Next
desires.
body, yes.
Based on the desires directed by the subtle body composed of mind, influence, ego. Upon the death, the gross body, the subtle body remains, carrying the soul to next existence. Everything is science
So it
here.
is all the mind's play which acts here, no, Prabhuji. So the gross body is forced to act to the subtle body only where the mind is predominant.
Yes, mind only. Yes. So we know, right, Mataji? Mind's functions, three functions of
Yes.
the mind. What is the mind? You know, right? Mind, three functions. What it does? Or
Mind's
what mind?
function are chintya, uhesha, deyam cha. According to chintya, uyam, deyam, I mean it is according to Ayurveda, but I don't know.
Thinking, feeling, willing.
Yes, chintam, uyam, yes, sir. Same.
Correct. Sanskrit word. ఏం చెప్పారు మళ్ళా చింత వ్యూహం
Sorry, chinta is thinking, Prabhuji. Uha is imagining. Heyam is, I mean, forcing oneself to do something. So these are the mind's.
Mind acts. Mind three functions: thinking, feeling, and willing.
Thinking, feeling, and
willing, wanting, basically.
Yes, yes.
Wanted to have something. So based on that only, the desires are going to coming into play. The mind only, right? Mind only playing the crucial role in shaping the future body. What we think, what we will, thinking, feeling, and willing.
So if there is, if something he imagines in the previous birth, then this birth he will have the same experience.
Yes, the soul's activities are driven by the bodily conception, influenced by the mental impressions, temporary duties, ultimately resulting in acquiring a new body by the grace of Supreme Lord. The mental state determined by the knowledge acquiring and executing senses, reflecting the living entity's previous life's activities and thoughts. Occasionally,
the previous experience in different bodies, Deha Sambhavaha. So the mind is the storage of thoughts, experiences, and desires, which appear in a particular sequence, and in different constellations it is appearing. So in different bodies, we appear with same ideas.
Yes, same. Past association, future body based on past associations, desires for sense gratification. Achieving Krishna allows one to perceive the cosmic manifestation similarly on to Supreme Lord, akin to seeing the planet Rahu doing a full moon. So idanతా కూడా the basically mind only. Mind is the
Mind, yes, Prabhu. Mind plays a major role in forming of transmigration of the soul.
yeah next body. మైండ్ లోనే స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటాయి
అంతకాలే తో బామ్స్ ఇది కూడా రాయొచ్చు కదా.
యా యా
టైం
ఎంఎం వాపి రెండు వరుసలు ఇంపార్టెంట్ మనం కోట్ చేస్తాం. ఎం వాపి స్మరణ భావం తజతే అంటే కలవరం
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ.
ఇంత కాలేజ్ మామీవ స్మరణ ముక్త కలవరం ఎప్రయాతి నాస్తి సంశయ సంథింగ్. సో those two verses also, yeah, whatever you think, we get that. The mind plays, the mind is the crucial thing there. The same mind,
shaping the future body.
The same mind achieving Krishna consciousness allows one to perceive cosmic wonder. 69th verse is saying, achieving Krishna consciousness allows one to perceive the cosmic manifestation. So how to basically the same thing, mind only, train the mind, right? How we think, how we feel, how we want. If we train those these three functions in Krishna consciousness, so there is no question of again coming back.
Okay.
Occasionally we experience memories or visions, things that seem unfamiliar but are rooted in past life. So mind only, basically mind plays a vital role.
Mind plays a crucial role in deciding the future body.
bodily concept of life also. Mind thinks I am this, I am that. So when we have aham, janasya moham, aham mameti, that also coming into mind's thinking only.
Okay.
When we think I am, I be mind business, bodily concept of life. Lavanya, want to share?
అది సదసద్ యోని జన్మసు అది ఉంది కదా ఒకటి శ్లోక ఐ ఫర్గాట్ ద ఫస్ట్ బిగినింగ్
Okay.
ఇంక్లూడింగ్ ద మైండ్ 6 సెన్సెస్
Sure.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసాం.
Correct. Right. Verse Sadasad Yoni Janmas.
Including the sense, including the mind, the 6 senses.
Andhra Atma Nevatma, Adena.
Nine.
Okay. Then find out yes.
భక్తి శాస్త్రిలో ఇక్కడే ఉంది. నేను అసలు సరే we have to take different types of species and yonis because of 6 senses including the mind.
6 senses, yeah.
Because of mind, it's because of mind we have to take birth and death again and again.
Again and again, that is the same thing. Yes, Mata.
So when we control the mind and when we engage in Krishna conscious devotional service, all our prarabdha karmas, sanchita karmas, whatever karmas are completely nullified.
Nullified, yes.
And definitely we will go back to Godhead in this very human life. This is in our hands.
Yes.
కంప్లీట్లీ ఎరాడికేటెడ్, నల్లిఫైడ్, లైక్ వేర్ల నుండి పిక్లించుకుపోతుంది అంటారు కదా, కొన్ని కూడా ఉండే అన్నట్టు. లైక్ కంప్లీట్ డివోషనల్ సర్వీస్ హ్యాస్ ద పొటెన్సీ.
Jai Haribol. Yes. 6th one I am reading, Mataji. 6th question.
Yes, sir.
Give the highlights of Kumara's teachings to Prithu. What Kumara has given teachings to Prithu? 4.22nd chapter, entire chapter, 22nd chapter. The Kumaras visited King Prithu, who received them with great respect, washing their feet and offering them seats. 4.22, 1 to 6 verses. Prithu expressed gratitude, inquiring about the well-being of souls entangled in material existence and seeking guidance for the ultimate goal of life. 7 to 16 verses. Sanat Kumara responded, attachment to the Supreme cleanses the heart and detaches one from bodily concepts. The more we attach to Supreme Lord, through the chanting especially, cleanses the heart and detaches one from bodily concepts. Devotional service increases attachment to the Lord and must be practiced with inquiry and Bhakti Yoga. Avoid those focused on sense gratification. So associate with nice and good association, not increasing attachment to the Supreme Lord, and that practice with proper inquiry, question and answer, and practice proper Bhakti Yoga. Devotee qualities, third one, non-violent, following great acharyas, remember the Lord's pastimes, follow principles, and tolerate dualities. Hearing and chanting leads to transcendence, burning material desires. Realization and detachment transcends soul and supersoul distinction. Mind and consciousness influences future bodies and reveals past and future conditions. Spiritual practice focus on liberation, transcending temporary material distinctions. Supersoul understanding essential for surrender. Devotional service as the path. Devotees easily overcome material desires through devotional service. Prithu, grateful for their teachings, dedicated himself to serving the Supreme Lord, exemplifying perfect devotion and detachment. Number verses also there, each of the point. Attachment to the Supreme, that is 2 verses, chapter 2021. So devotional
Ade.
service, 22 to 23. Devotee qualities, 24. Hearing and chanting. Yeah, anywhere, all the time we hear, right? How a Bhakti Yoga can be able to start. First, hearing and chanting. Hear about
Yeah,
Supreme Lord.
it's Shravanam only, no, Prabhu.
Shravanam Kirtan, yeah. Shravanam Kirtan. Oh, he is a great, he is a Supreme Lord. He is our eternal Father. He is going to take care. When we heard about these things, oh yes, my life is to align to the Supreme Lord's instructions and Supreme Lord's service. So realization and detachment, 27 and 28 verses, mind and consciousness, 29 to 32. These are the teachings given to Prithu
Prithvi
Maharaj,
Maharaj.
one of the 4 Kumara, Sanat Kumara. Super soul understanding, and devotional service as the path. Because these Kumaras, they never passed through the different ages of life. They settle in the 5-year-old boy because they don't want to agitate their
Grow.
mind, senses,
Right.
after going through different ages. They wanted to become like childlike innocence towards Supreme Lord. They are the perfect. They are giving perfect teachings to. One way, Ruth Maharaj is very fortunate to hear from them. Perfect devotion and detachment. He is very grateful. Ruth Maharaj is very grateful for their teachings. Dedicated himself to serving the Supreme Lord, exemplifying perfect devotion. And those number of verses, 42 to 63rd verses, talks about. So how he dedicated himself and start practicing Bhakti Yoga. Points ఉన్నాయి.
Prabhuji, just attachment to Lord's glorification cleanses lusty desires kada. ఇక్కడ example ఇచ్చారు like a fixed attachment cleanses lusty desire from heart which are difficult to remove like a mineral dye.
ఎక్కడ ఉంది
Dye doesn't. ఇందులో ఇచ్చాడు ప్రభుజీ అది సుబోధుని.
ఓకే ఓకే. Yeah.
So if you are into it, Bhakti, what does devotional service causes? Detachment from the bodily concept and attachment to the Lord.
Yeah.
So result of attachment to the Lord will be that the Jnana and Vairagya will be Bhakti will develop, Jnana and Vairagya will also, Jnana will develop and Vairagya will also develop along with the Bhakti. And just as fire arising from the wood burns wood itself, it destroys the subtle body. And Lord also destroys all the temporary goals of our life once you are into the path of devotional service. So ఇది ఇక్కడ మనం రాయొచ్చు ప్రభుజీ ఈ శ్లోకం యత్పాద పంకజ పలాశ విలాస భక్త్యా కర్మాశయం గ్రథితముతు గ్రంథయంతి సంతః.
Right.
తద్వాన్నరిక్తమతయోపి యతయోపి రుద్ధ శ్రుతో మరణం భజ వాసుదేవం. So the main name is Bhaja Vasudevam.
Yes, Bhaja Vasudevan. Correct.
So we can cross the samsara with the boat of Lord's feet.
Yes. Next question also Prithu Maharaj only. So how he is expressing gratitude to Kumaras?
Yeah.
Question. Savutara Mira?
Yes, Prabhuji. How did Prithu express gratitude to the Kumaras? 4.22 Respectful reception. Prithu greeted the Kumaras with great reverence, washed their feet and offered them seats, demonstrating the respect and humility. Gratitude to their presence. He expressed amazement and gratitude for the visit, considering it a rare fortune to have their company and blessings. It is 4.227. Recognition of their influence. Pruto acknowledged the transformative power of their presence and teachings, stating that their favor could bestow rare achievements in both this life and the next. Request for guidance. He humbly requested the Kumaras to instruct him on how to overcome the dangers of material existence and achieve the ultimate goal of life. 4.22, 13 to 15. Praise of their king for their wisdom. He recognized the Kumaras' wisdom and their ability to bestow spiritual knowledge and liberation, acknowledging their elevated spiritual status. Offering everything, Prutu offered all his possessions, including his life, kingdom, wealth, and family, to the Kumaras as a token of his gratitude and dedication. 44 to 45. Recognition of divine arrangement. He expressed that their visit was a fulfillment of Lord Vishnu's blessing, indicating his deep appreciation for the divine arrangement. Acknowledgement for the role of their role. Prutu acknowledged that the Kumaras, by their compassion and wisdom, had greatly benefited him and his kingdom, and he offered them his heartfelt thanks and devotion. 4.2 to 47. So he was grateful. So adi non-repairable debt in that Prabhuji, the Yairidrishi Bhagavato Gatiratmavada. Ekantato Nigmabhi Pratipaditanaha. We can write it here, Prabhuji. So what can we give to the who is self-realized in Vedic knowledge? Only by handful of water.
Yeah. Handful of water, Ganga jal. Yeah. We cannot repay. We cannot
repay it is non-repayable debt.
Yeah. Only we can offer a handful of water. Yes.
So he has offered everything, but that is not comparable to the what he has told this with a handful of water.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So how this one teaches us how to receive guests, how to respect them, how to do proper, etiquette, guest etiquette, receiving respectful reception, gratitude for their presence, recognition of their influence, request for guidance, praise for their wisdom, offering everything, recognition of divine arrangement. Krishna, of course, Krishna sent them to help Prutu Maharaj. Acknowledge of their role. Yeah. One long question chadam mother 3 unnai adi chadivi we can wrap up repanchi vere
Yes,
rakanga
Prabhuji. One long question you will read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, and let me read. Nice question. Devotional service is the goal of all spiritual practices. How did Narada Muni establish this in 4th canto, 31 chapter, those 9 to 14 verses? Give salient points from 11 to 10 to 11 purport. Narada Muni establishes the devotional service. Bhakti is the ultimate goal of all spiritual practices. Ultimate goal of all spiritual practices. Is a discourse underscores that a life dedicated to serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is inherently perfect and surpasses all other pursuits. Birth and devotional service. Narada Muni begins by emphasizing that a human birth is deemed perfect when it leads to devotional service to Krishna. 4.31.9. This perfection transcends material conditions like wealth or status. But Prabhupada, in his purport, elaborates that engaging in Krishna consciousness makes one's life successful, irrespective of one's societal position. This universal applicability of bhakti underscores its supreme importance for all human beings. The 3 types of birth. Narada elaborates on 3 kinds of births by semen, Saukra Janma, through initiation by a spiritual master, Savitra, and by initiation to the worship of the Lord Vishnu, Yagnika. That states in 4.31.10 verse. He asserts that even the long lifespan of a demigod is futile without engaging in devotional service. The purport explains that spiritual advancement necessitates initiation and dedicating all activities to the Lord. Thus, devotional service is transformative or paramount, regardless of one's material birth. Even dog eater can also practice bhakti if you understand the principles of bhakti yoga. The uselessness of non-devotional activities. Narada Muni then addresses the futility of activities devoid of devotional service. 4.31.11 was severe austerities, intellectual prowess, and even elevated intelligence are meaningless if not connected to Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada reinforces this by stating that true knowledge and realization of the Supreme Lord cannot be achieved through mere intellectual or ritualistic efforts. The essence of all Vedic knowledge is to understand and serve Krishna, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Vedesha Sarve Rahamaveda Vedanta Vedaveda. Bhakti as a form of all spiritual practices. Bhakti is the core of all spiritual practices. Narada Muni emphasizes that any spiritual practice that does not culminate in realizing the Supreme Personality of Godhead is ultimately useless. 4:31:12. This includes practices like mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, and various austerities. Srila Prabhupada explains that without bhakti, these practices cannot yield desired results. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings support this by asserting that devotional service is essential even for those aiming to merge into the Brahman effulgence or achieve other forms of liberation. Krishna is the source of all self-realization. Narada confirms that Krishna is the original source of all self-realization and the ultimate goal of karma, activities, jnana, knowledge, yoga, and bhakti. 4:31:13. Srila Prabhupada clarifies that both matter and spirit emanate from Krishna, and realizing this fact is crucial for true self-realization. Both matter and spirit means aham sarvasya prabhavo, matta sarvam pravartita iti matta bhajanti mam, Buddha Bhava Samanvita 10.8. By engaging in devotional service, one aligns with the Supreme Lord's will and naturally progresses in spiritual life. The analogy of the tree and the stomach, Yat pada Sataror Mula, that verse is there.
Yatha taror mula nishachanena saha.
Yes, Madhu. Narada concludes with the analogy that just as watering the root of a tree nourishes the entire tree and feeding the stomach satisfies all the senses, worshipping Krishna through devotion service automatically satisfies all demigods and fulfills all other duties. So when we talk about why only Krishna, this is the scientific proof. And from Bhagavatam, Narada Muni teachings to this Maharaja 4.31.14. When Prabhupada writes in his purports, in the beginning, in the initial days of beginning, very nice. But Prabhupada also supported or taken from the Bhagavatam also as a reference. 4:31:14. The purport explains that separate worship of demigods or the pursuit of karma and jnana are unnecessary. It's a time consuming and time wasting. When one is engaged in pure devotional service, this is because Krishna, being the root of all existence, ensures that all aspects of life are harmoniously fulfilled when he is worshipped. Conclusion. Narada Muni's teachings firmly establishes that devotional service to Krishna is the ultimate goal of all spiritual practices. He emphasizes that without bhakti, other forms of spiritual and material undertakings are incomplete and futile. By dedicating one's life to serving Krishna, one achieves the true perfection and satisfaction. True perfection and satisfaction, naturally fulfilling all other obligations. This teaching underscores Bhakti Yoga as the supreme path to self-realization and liberation. Bhakti Yoga This teaching underscores Bhakti Yoga as a supreme path to self-realization and liberation. Then a couple of verses from Bhagavatam also there. Bhagavad Gita also there one verse. It comes with Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga, yes. Bhakti Yoga has many.
14:26 Mam Chiva Vicharana. Bhakti Yogena Sevate. Sagunan Samadhyana. And 10.10 Teshan Sadaiktana Bhayatam Pidipana.
Bhajatam Priti Purvakam.
In the Bhagavatam also, Bhakti Yogena Manasa, something like that. Practicing Bhakti Yoga only, our life will be perfect. We don't need to practice specifically Jnana, Karma, or Ashtanga Yoga. By just dedicating or the mind's activities, the thinking, feeling, willing activities towards the Krishna, then perfect.
So Bhakti removes all the sufferings also.
Yeah, Bhakti is the only.
Tapatraya Mulanam.
Shoka Moha Bhaya.
Bhayapa, yeah.
Shoka Moha Bhayapaha.
And this one also.
Bhakti has lot.
Anyabhilashita Shunya.
Yeah, it removes all the.
Kind of devotional service we need to do without any ulterior motives, without any expectation.
Pure devotional service definition. Yeah.
So that's where here devotional service is the goal of all spiritual practices. The goal of all.
So bhakti also brings auspicious qualities in
Of
us.
course. Yes. Okay, Mataji. But second
Yes,
question and
Prabhuji.
continue tomorrow, and along with some రేపు ఇంకొన్ని వేరే చూద్దాము. We'll find
Okay,
out.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you very much. Vanchanapatarubyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः.
Manam.
Vandana Vijay Jagadguru Shri
Bhagavatam Pujay.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Lavanya. Hare Krishna.
హరే కృష్ణ.
అది చాంటింగ్ చేద్దాము.
అది కిడ్స్ తీసుకొస్తా, ఇప్పుడు ఫోన్ చేసింది.
అది నేను రేపు మార్నింగ్ వరకు చూసుకోవచ్చు. మీరు అది స్లైడ్లు ఇంకా చేయలేదు, చేసి పంపిస్తుంది ఒకటి. అందరు పంపించినట్టుంది కదా, చూస్తా. సపరేట్ ఆన్లైన్ టీచింగ్ నాకు సపరేట్ పెడతా. ఇది బ్లాసమ్ కిడ్స్ సపరేట్.
ఫస్ట్ మీది పెట్టండి, మీది పెట్టి అన్ని వేద రీడింగ్ క్లబ్, మణికొండ భక్తి వృక్ష అని పెడితే నేను ఫస్ట్ మీది చెప్పాక నా తర్వాత చెప్తా. ఓకే. అదే కరోనా టైం నుండి స్టార్ట్ చేసిండ్రు. స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఇంగ్లీష్ ఎస్ఎస్ఆర్ తీసుకున్నారు. లైక్ few of the people are doing online already. They are doing chanting from different places. తర్వాత తెలుగులో ఎస్ఎస్ఆర్ తీసుకున్నారు, కృష్ణంతో సాయంత్రము. దాంట్లో కూడా చాలా లైక్ దే ఆర్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద రిమోట్ ప్లేసెస్. అది పెట్టి తర్వాత ఇది స్టార్ట్ చేయండి, వేద రీడింగ్ క్లబ్. డైలీ వీఆర్ రీడింగ్ since 4 years we are reading regularly. Bhagavad Gita we started and we finished Bhagavad Gita, and then we started Bhagavatam. We are doing like ఇప్పుడు థర్డ్ క్యాంటో, తర్వాత చైతన్య చరితామృత అట్లా పెట్టండి. అండ్
గుర్తున్నాయి, అవన్నీ గుర్తున్నాయి. వాళ్ళు వచ్చిరా బర్త్డే పోయి
తీసుకొస్తా, ఇప్పుడు వెళ్తున్నా.
సరే వచ్చినాక కాల్